My name is Rag Reynolds and welcome back to Medium Rare. And today we are doing an update to the Jessica Yaniv story. So, if you are not aware, a couple of weeks back I made a video about Blaire White exposing the trans predator Jessica Yaniv. And in Blaire White's video she brought up a lot of accusations against Yaniv, such as Yaniv sending sexual and creepy messages to underage girls about wanting to see their tampons and all that sort of thing. And also some accusations about Jessica Yaniv trying to host a topless pool party for children where parents would not be allowed to attend, but Jessica would be. In Blaire's video she also said some other things, such as how she didn't believe that Jessica was actually trans, and instead she believed that Jessica Yaniv was a predator using transgender as an excuse to get away with certain predatory behaviours. And Blaire White in her video also said that she believes Jessica Yaniv is a stain on the trans community and that she has harmed the cause. Now, the big thing that everyone was talking about that kind of brought Jessica Yaniv into a bit of prominence was a scandal relating to salons. So essentially Jessica Yaniv wanted salons, female salons, to give her a Brazilian wax. And obviously Jessica Yaniv still has male genitals, so these salons would refuse Jessica. And Jessica has actually ended up putting salons out of business by basically causing an uproar in the aftermath of them denying her service. Anyway, since then, Blaire White and Jessica Yaniv did a live debate on Blaire White's channel, and it was pretty entertaining, I must say. Blaire White's debates are always pretty entertaining. She's very up front, she's very straightforward, she just says what she thinks, there's no pussyfooting around, so to speak, she's just straight to the point, and it makes for very entertaining debates. So in the debate they did cover some of the stuff about the salons, and they spoke about whether or not Jessica thought that what she had done and put these salons out of business was the right move, or whether she was doing harm to the community.
Do you think that women should be forced, or that you are justified in forcing women to handle your genitalia?
Yeah, I honestly do.
They have kids to feed, food to put on the table, and I'm wondering how exactly you're comfortable taking away that ability to feed their kids because they didn't wax your ball.
You see, this is a big issue with the media because it was reported incorrectly.
Blaire also said at the start of the debate that any super chats and donations given to them during the debate would be going directly to the people put out of business by Yaniv, so basically supporting the victims of Yaniv. During the debate they also had a talk about the pool party thing, where Jessica denied that it was her who had arranged this pool party.
Topless pool parties for kids, that is something that I feel like you really need to address. Do you think it's appropriate for you to host and or attend a party in which minors 12 plus are encouraged to be topless and their guardians and or parents are discouraged from attending?
Yeah, so this is something I really wanted to clear up. Is number one, this is not my event. This is an event that is done by an organization called Encompass Support Services Society.
Right. I saw that you had told people that it wasn't actually anything that you invented, but you planned to attend, correct?
No, no.
You're lying. I watched an interview with you the other day where you said you were planning to attend. Your name was on the thing to petition to the city to host it. You are part of it. And you said in an interview I watched literally 10 minutes before this live, you were saying that you plan to attend. So are you? Wait. So you were planning to attend?
Yeah.
Okay, then why'd you say you weren't?
Because I don't care whether I'm going to attend or not attend. I think I have the ability to attend if I want to attend.
Jessica Yaniv also went on to deny all of the allegations about the Facebook messages and saying that she had sent inappropriate messages to younger girls. During the debate, Yaniv claimed that basically all of these messages were fake. She said they're not real messages, not at all. Which in counter to, Blaire argued that why would someone want to fake hundreds and hundreds of these screenshots back years and years ago? We're talking like 6 or 7 years ago is when these screenshots are from. And Jessica Yaniv hasn't gotten any attention. She wasn't famous, so to speak, on the internet until very recently. So Blaire was confused and concerned and brought up the point, why would someone fake screenshots? Why would so many people be upset back then when no one actually knew who Jessica was? And finally, the last thing I'm going to talk about is there was a little bit of coverage of Jessica Yaniv going into women's bathrooms while presenting fully as male and taking selfies in the mirror with young girls behind her. So Blaire took big issue with this, saying you shouldn't be going in this bathroom if you are presenting as male. And Jessica's argument here, which is maybe the only argument through the entire debate that I was actually maybe understanding of for Jessica, was that in Canada she had legally changed her gender to female, and it would be literally illegal and she could be arrested for going into a male bathroom. It doesn't matter if she was presenting as male or female, but as far as legality goes, she could actually get in trouble for using the male bathroom because her gender is marked as female. Now that doesn't make it any more right, considering how creepy Yaniv certainly seems, and Blaire has pointed out over and over again. And in the debate, Blaire also made it very clear that she thinks that the Canadian laws need reformed and that she thinks that the laws are a mess over there. So for Blaire, it wasn't really an issue of legality, it was more about the right thing to do, or morality, so to speak. Whereas Jessica seemed to just be trying to squirm around and find excuses. Now obviously you can probably tell just from the way I'm saying things, I think I've done a good job of not being too biased here, but yeah, I'm certainly biased. I don't like Jessica Yaniv. I'm pretty much on Blaire White's side for 99% of this. I think Jessica Yaniv seems to be a pretty disgusting human being. And I've certainly seen a lot of bits and pieces that are very, very concerning, such as these messages. I don't believe that all of them were fake, as Jessica claims. As Blaire even said during the debate, there are hundreds of these screenshots. If even one of them is real and the rest are fake, it is still very concerning, because all of these messages were pretty weird and pretty creepy. And Jessica Yaniv also admitted that she was going to go to this topless pool party, so whether or not she was hosting it or not is irrelevant. She was planning on going to a topless pool party for children, and that is insanity. Anyway, a little bit after this debate took place, a few days later, Blaire posted to her Twitter saying, "I got doxed, address and number. I'm actually scared, gonna take a break from the internet for a while." So everyone's a bit concerned for Blaire's safety, thinking, oh, that's a shame, it's terrible that she got doxed. But then later on, Blaire posts another tweet saying, "Jessica Yaniv admitted on the phone last night that they doxed my address and obtained it illegally. I recorded the call. I will be calling the police today. I want this pig arrested." Now, there was some sort of live stream somewhere or some sort of video. I couldn't seem to find it when I went back to before I started recording this video. Maybe if I'd done a little more digging, I would have found it, but I was in a rush to get this recorded. So if you can find this clip I'm about to speak about, then feel free to link it down below and I'll try and pin that comment or whatever so everyone can see it. But there was some sort of live stream or video where Blaire got on camera, and it was basically during one of Blaire's live streams. She explained the situation, and during one of her live streams, there were accounts that were posting her phone number and her address in it, and that's where she was doxxed, people posting it in her live stream. So Blaire, in this live stream that I can't seem to find, I think she's probably deleted it, went on to say that she decided to investigate a little bit. So she looked at the names of the people who had been posting her name, her address, her phone number, etc. And something kind of clicked. Because on Twitter, for example, Jessica Yaniv seems to have certain supporters who Blaire thinks are clearly fake, are not real supporters. Blaire thinks that these people are basically accounts that maybe Jessica has created to make it seem as though Jessica has a little bit of support. And it just so turned out that the names of these Twitter accounts that were giving Jessica support also were very, very similar, or some of them were the same as the YouTube names that were posting Blaire's docs. Now, I can't say this is 100% fact because personally I didn't see the live stream. I didn't see the docs being put out there. So I can only tell you that this is what Blaire is claiming. Now, personally, I do believe Blaire, but that doesn't mean that you should take it as 100% fact. And as you just saw in the tweet I just showed, Blaire does also claim that she has recorded Jessica Yaniv on the phone admitting to doxing her. So if that is true, then I'd expect to see that evidence at some point. Although Blaire says she was calling the police because she wanted Jessica arrested, so maybe that's why we've not heard the evidence. Maybe it was to be kept private. Either way, if Jessica Yaniv has doxed Blaire, I hope she gets what's coming to her. I think that's a horrible thing to do. It's disgusting that just because someone was exposing your predatory behaviour, you're going to stoop so low as to try and threaten their safety and their security in their own home. And now I was going to stop the video here. That was pretty much all I had to say specifically about Blaire and Jessica Yaniv, but I couldn't resist but throw in a couple of tweets from Onision, because as everyone knows, Onision is always the best at making it all about him being a ridiculous drama queen. So, here we go. If Jessica is an actual predator, go to the police. Don't have evidence? Then find it. Then go to the police. Really tired of people saying guilty without trial. It's one thing if the person outright admits what they are. It's another if you say it for them. Guilty until proven innocent is a moron's philosophy. Get a confession or solid evidence and go to the police. Otherwise, leave it at accused and find yourself a better way to spend your time. Now in itself, I'm not sure there's anything inherently wrong with Onision's tweets here. Like, for example, guilty until proven innocent is a stupid concept, he said. Well, I agree, guilty until proven innocent is a terrible way to live life. It's a terrible thing to do. Everyone should be innocent until proven guilty. I completely agree. I also agree that if there is something serious going on, then yes, someone should contact the police. Now, I don't think just contacting the police is the only thing you should do. I think it's very fair to also go online and warn people about whoever it is, whether it's a predator or someone else who is a danger to others. It is very important to spread awareness about these people, as long as you're also talking to the police. I think you have to do both. Whereas Onision's trying to say you only talk to the police, essentially. But the problem with Onision's tweets here is, one, he's making it all about himself, okay, because that's what he does. Anytime Onision tweets something like this, he always has to tweet out something contradicting to the popular narrative. It always has to be something that most people disagree with so he gets the attention and whatever. And honestly, it's probably just because he wants attention. It's not even, maybe he doesn't even believe what he's saying. Maybe he sees the irony here. But the biggest issue here, what I'm about to get to, is the hypocrisy here. The hypocrisy in Onision saying, guilty until proven innocent. If you have the evidence, go to the police. If you don't have evidence, leave it at accused and move on with your life. Okay, Onision, then why didn't you follow this exact same advice with Shane Dawson? What about, more recently, Mr. Repzion? There's two examples right off the top of my head. I mean, Social Repose is probably another one. Why don't you just go to the police about these people? Why are you on Twitter shaming them? Why are you making videos shaming them? If what you're saying, if you're following your own advice, if you're going to tell other people to go to the police if you have the evidence, or if you don't have evidence, then say accused and move on, then why are you spending your time peddling these accusations and saying how horrible these people are? Sure, you might say allegedly at the end of some of them, like Repzion, you say he allegedly did this. Why are you even bringing it up? Leave it at allegedly and move on with your life unless you have the evidence and go to the police. I'm just using your own words against you here, Onision. This is what you said in these tweets. That's the problem with Onision. He's a hypocrite, and I don't know, I feel like he knows what he's doing. I think he knows very well that this is a very hypocritical statement, and if I had to guess, I think he's just more doing it for the attention than anything, so I don't want to spend any more time talking about that. I just wanted to point it out because I found it amusing. Anyway, overall, I think Jessica Yaniv, certainly very concerning. A cause for concern there, 100%. Regardless if all of the accusations are true, or if even it's just a small amount. Certainly very concerning. But hey, these are just my opinions. Let me know what you think about all of this in those comments down below. And until next time, my name is Rag Reynolds, this was Medium Rare, and you are welcome, society.